Okay. Good morning. Can everyone hear me? Can anyone hear me?
Val, give me a thumbs up if you can hear.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Thumbs
Okay.
up. Okay. All right. We came inside today to avoid all the technical difficulties of working outside, and here we go. All right. All right. Good morning. Happy fun day. Oh, Sunday fun day. You got to get, it's like dyslexia or slydexia, right? Anyways, to get started today, we're going to come to the back of our mats. All the way back, a big journey to the back of the mat. When you arrive there, you're going to bring your feet about hip width apart. You're going to turn your toes in so slightly. So we have a good distribution of weight between front and back of the foot as we bring straightness to the legs. Draw the shoulders up. Open the palms to face forward. Separate your fingers widely. Take a big inhale, and on the exhale, sweep the hands backwards. As we begin to activate the muscles of the back, you should also feel some expansion through your chest. Take a big breath in, try to grow from the feet all the way up through the shoulders and head. And on the exhale, bring the hands up, palms facing the sky, shoulder height. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, sweep the thumbs backwards. Flip the palms to face as you bring hands forward and bring hands over hearts, fold halfway down. Back up to standing. Push your hands to the sky as you inhale. And as you exhale, fold all the way down and walk out to plank. Reposition your feet so that they come together. The ball of each big toe and the ankle or heel, whatever you can manifest, get it all together. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, draw your hips up and back to down dog. Let's float it back to plank. And as you inhale, draw up and back to down dog. Exhale, plank. Oscillate between the 2 points for a few more repetitions. Yes, we are warming up our body. We have a very complicated class today. That doesn't necessarily mean hard. It just means that movement-wise, we're going to be challenging balance as we activate and exercise our body. Sounds so exciting. Are you excited? Woo! All right, let's everyone meet in plank. Drop your knees to the floor, pull both thighs together, and pull your hips back up over the heels. So we have a nice connection of all of the lower body. You've stepped everything together. As you inhale, lengthen the back. And as you exhale, let the spine go into flexion. Let that forehead of yours gently alight upon the mat. Let's take the right palm and flip it to the sky. And then flip it back down and go over to the left side. And oscillate. I like that term, oscillate between left and right. Just going nice and slow. Remember, we are still warming our bodies. All right, let's bring both palms to earth. Raise up those hips. Let's step both knees forward, but this time we're going to separate them to the width of the mat. And do the same thing with your feet so that the toes are tucked under. And let's take that chest of yours, but before we kind of push it through towards the mat, I'd like you to take your elbows and spiral them inward. So we've almost locked out those joints. And while you keep those joints relatively stable, take your chest and push through the arms. Now hold down in that position, but now we're going to take the spine and begin to flex it. Let it pull from the center to the sky, tuck your tailbone under, let your head kind of drop down. And then let's reverse. Keep the chest pushing to the earth, but take the back of the head and the tailbone and open them up high to the sky. Pull your belly button up and into the spine. Feel that nice engagement across your belly. And with that, keep it engaged, come back to a neutral spine. Float the knees up off the earth. Pull your hips up and back to down dog. Drive your heels into the earth.
And then like everyone step forward the feet, framed by our hands. So the hands are wider than the feet. As you inhale, extend to a flat back. And as you exhale, bend both knees. So we're coming into a squat-like position. Often what we'll find here is our muscles that are a little antagonistic to movement will dictate what happens with our lower leg joints. So if your knees are beginning to separate from the midline, just make a conscious effort to use those inner thigh muscles and draw them together as best we can. They won't actually come together, but I want you to keep that activation as you bring the forearms up and onto the thighs. We're just really kind of tabletopping our back, kind of a modified downhill skier type of position, if you will. Let's draw the neck long as you pull with the back of the head to the sky. Give me a nice proud chest. Feel that muscular activation across the back and along the spine. Let's keep that rail as you take your butt and lower it more towards the earth. So we have a lot more of a seated type position. And this is called warming up, right? Now, take the hands, push the palms together, extend them forward. So it's kind of like hands over heart, but forward. We've unhinged from the hips. So we're not looking down at the earth. We have a forward perspective. Take your belly, pull it in, pull it in. Now, as you stand tall, bring the arms along for the ride, all the way to the sky. As you inhale, filling those lungs of yours, grow, grow, grow. And as you exhale, keep the growth in the spine, let the arms fall all the way down. With the palms in towards the body, draw the shoulders up. Now open the palms. We're spiraling the thumbs backwards. Continue to spiral around as much as you can. I know. Verbiage is as good as you're going to get on Sunday morning. And then use the thumbs to pull everything backwards. Arms are straight. We're not bending through the elbows right now. Take a big breath, sweep it forward, reach for the sky. Inhale, and as you exhale, let's draw the elbows down into the side of the body. Begin to make little fists in your hands with the thumbs pointing to the sky. Awesome. Now, keeping the feet separated but hip-width apart, bring some straightness to the legs as much as you can, and then try to take a little effort and spiral your heels away. So it's an external rotation right through the heel, and as you do that, keep the spine long, pull your butt back and fold halfway down, or your best version of it. Keep the heels spiraling outward as you rise back up. Take your elbows now, squeeze them together, butt back, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold and lengthen. Keep folded. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rise. Elbows squeeze, butt back, fold. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen the spine and neck. Exhale, rise. Hands push together with heart. Take a big breath in. Now take your elbows, pull them back into the body. Beautiful. Broad, broad chest. Make it nice and wide. Take the hands with palms pushing together, extend forward. Beautiful. Now, upper body. So there's an opportunity to move arms. I'd like you to take the whole shoulder carriage with hands remaining center of the body and just rotate to the right. Come back center.
Hips don't move.
And to the left. Now, as we make this movement, our bodies can translate in a lot of different things. And what I'd like you to practice today is keeping a square or forward orientation of the hips. So this is more about spinal rotation. We're just kind of warming up some of our core muscles, our obliques, and so on and so forth. Because I know someone standing beside me doesn't like when I talk about muscles. Unless it's the ones that she has. All right.
Yeah.
Come back center, hands over hearts. There's no one laughing. Oh, that was pretty funny. Push the hands to the sky. As you inhale, extend those arms nice and straight. As you exhale, fold all the way down. Bring your hands to your mats. As you inhale, extend to a flat back. Fingertips are now your touch point. As you exhale, fold back down, palms light upon the mat, step back, left and right, you're back into plank pose. Hover low, and hover high. Pull up and back to down dog. Take your right leg, lift it up and into the air. A little too far back here. And then step the right foot framed by the hands. Make sure today we have our feet separated, hip width apart. Take that left knee and let it come down onto your mat. And then straighten the left leg. Drive the left heel backward and downward. Get that nice pull through the gastroc or calf muscle. And then keep that heel driving earthward as you return the left knee back down towards the mat. Feel the underside of the foot, get that nice release. Back to a straight leg. Heel drives down, keep the heel driving downward, knee returns back down to the mat. Come back to a straight leg. Just walk the hands up and onto the thighs. With a deep bend in that front knee and a forward lean of the upper body. Now, we want to avoid today hyperextending in that low back. So we're going to keep the spine long. And we have that nice forward, prone-like type of position. Now, bring hands over heart. This is going to increase the load bearing in that gluteal. You should feel a little bit more work there. And if you do, you're right on point. Let's extend the hands forward, palms connected. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, rotate right, come back center, and between center and right, make a few more rotations. And let's everyone meet with hands over hearts. Step the back foot forward. Boom, there's some balance work right there. Hands push the sky. Inhale, pull everything skyward. Exhale, fold. Fingertips are light upon the floor. As you inhale, extend to a flat back. As you exhale, palms hit the mat, feet step back. Beautiful. Hover low. Push back up, hover high. Pull your hips up and back to down dog. Take the left leg, sweep it to the sky. Now, when you bend the knee, you're activating different muscles with that leg sweep. Try to keep the legs straight and sweep to the sky. And now step left foot. Frame it with the hands. That looked a little awkward on this side. Take that opportunity to widen the base, step the feet apart if you need. Take a big breath in, extend to a flat back. Now, take the right heel, drive it to the earth. Take the right knee, lower towards the ground. Straighten that right leg, drive the right heel back, keep that heel driving to the earth. Right knee returns to the mat, straighten the leg, and one more time, we're going to bring it through. And as we straighten, this time, step the forearms or hands up and onto the left leg. Nice. It's a good thing I got left and right all working today, right? Now, as we bring hands over heart, extend forward the arms. Rotation left and center and oscillate back and forth. There's that big O word. As we come back with hands over hearts, back foot steps forward, push the hands to the sky, inhale, pull, pull, pull. Exhale, fold, fold, fold. Inhale, extend to a flat back. Exhale, fold, step back to plank. Hover low. Hover high. Pull up and back to down dog. Right leg lifts to the sky. Right foot steps forward. As you inhale, extend.
This time we're going to come right into it immediately. We're going to bring palms onto the thighs. Take that left heel and elevate it. Give me as much height as you can off the floor. So you're high on your toes, if you will. Take the right knee, straighten it. Let's release the hands. Let's bring over heart. Now, I'm going to hang out here for a little bit. What do you want to talk about? How much enjoyment you're experiencing right now? So right now, if we can, I'd like you to take the heel of the front foot and the ball of the big toe of the left foot, and I'd like you to try to pull them together. And I'd like you to keep that activation as we hold here for a couple seconds. And on your next breath, extend both arms over. This time, separate the hands, like shoulder width apart. Lean in a little more, and as you inhale, raise the arms. And as you exhale, lower them back, shoulder height. And let's do that a few more times. Now we're going to integrate this pose with a balance pose. And this is how it happens. Bring hands over heart, using the back foot, push off and come onto the right leg. And if you can, try to get that left leg nice and long and bring your upper body and left leg parallel to the earth. And then gently set back down that left foot with hands over heart, step the back foot forward. Hands push to the sky. Are we having fun yet? Make it long as you inhale. Exhale, fold. Fingertips to the earth. Inhale, extend to a flat back. Exhale, palms down, step back, plank pose. Hover low. Hover high. Pull up and back to down dog. Left leg, lift it up. Left foot, steps. As you inhale, extend. As you exhale, bring the palms up onto that thigh. Take the right heel and get it as high up as you can. Tippy toes on that back foot. Take that left leg and straighten it. We are leaning into this to create the workload for the body, right? Nice. Now, extend the arms forward. Big inhale, raise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, raise. Exhale. Shoulder and elevated therefrom are 2 points where we're raising from. Now, hands return over heart. Back foot pushes off. Floating upon that left leg. Find that nice length through the upper body. And that lower extremity known as the left or right leg in this case. Float that foot back. Whoops. Keeping hands over heart, step that back foot forward. Boom. Back to standing. That's upstanding. Push the hands to the sky. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Oops, sorry, sweetie. Fingertips earth, extend to a flat back on the inhale. And on the exhale, fold in, hold. Just fold down. Take a couple moments to hang on. Down. Bend both knees. Let's step your palms onto the shins, about mid shin. Now, a lot of us have this extension through the back and flexion through the upper back. I'd like you to try to find a proud chest, and let's draw the elbows outward so that when we push, we're creating a different activation in the upper body. Let's bend both knees, and then let's float the hips backwards so you can be a little more weight bearing. And you'll probably notice in the palm of your hand or fingers, a certain muscle in the front of your legs beginning to activate. That's your, what's that called, Kirsten? Oh yeah, anterior tibialis. Now take your ball of each big toe and try to push it into the mat as best you can. As you inhale, extend. And as you exhale, see if you can lower those hips just a little more, but keep the spine extending. Let's release the palms, sweep them forward, shoulder height, palms face. Lower down. As you inhale, keep the hips low, but raise the arms. And then lower, shoulder height. Inhaling, raising, exhaling, lower. If this isn't if it's feelings, a little strenuous, it should, but I want you to regulate what works for you today. Take a break if you need. Up and down with the arms. Now, hold up the arms, stand tall, take the left knee, raise it up and into the air. Balance work integrated with our other work. Now, hold the arms high, and then lower the arms shoulder height. Lower that left foot. Lower that butt. You get some more of this. There's two sides to every story and to our body. So this time we're going to add a little bit of variation. We're going to stand tall, lower down, rise up, lower down, rise up, lower down, hold, arms up, arms shoulder height, raise and lower, coordinate this with your breathing. Up, down, up, down, up. Stand tall, right knee raises up. Beautiful. Reach, grow, 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 grow. Exhale, return the right foot, bring arms shoulder height. Palms up facing the earth. Sweep the thumbs together. Baby fingers draw back. Pull back even more. Palms turn to face. Palms come together. Pull back. The back of the hands creating opening. Pull, pull, pull. Hands come back together. Hands come over heart. Lower those hips. Did you do legs yesterday?
Of course.
Of course. And this is why I hear so much grumbling beside me. We're going to in a squat-like position. Now, as we stand, we're going to bring the left knee up, push the arms to the sky, and bring hands over heart as the foot returns. Squat down, rise up, opposite side pushes up and lifts up. We're going to alternate left to right. Slowly, you can see I'm not in a big race. It's not a hurried thing. Calculated, feelings, stability, working on stability, each repetition. You're doing amazing. Try to increase the range of motion, which is basically the depth of your squat. You can't grow any taller, but you can get lower. Couple more. This is creating a nice vascular effect. Heart rate and breathing, you should notice. A little more movements, a little more of those. Everyone meet hands over heart, standing position. Great job, fold halfway forward. What, you thought you were going to get a complete break? Now, if you've got a skier bend, I think it is straightened legs. If you have weight in the front of the foot, drift those hips back. Give me as much weight bearing to the heel. Extend the arms forward. Lower the butt, raise the arms. Inhale, stand tall, beautiful. Exhale, fold. Step it back to plank. Hover low, hover high. Keep going. Everyone meets high plank. Pull hips up and back to down dog. Step your feet forward. And have a seat. Oh my goodness. What? I was having so much fun. We had to stop. All right, going to take a little water break.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. I have to move back. All right, so we're coming into a staff pose. We're going to separate the legs nice and wide. If you've kind of got a little bit of exhaustion going on, you're hanging out in front of, you feel your body looks like my pose right now. Let's change that a little. Let's kind of take it from the hips and then from the sternum. That's that breastplate. I'd like you to pull the breastplate forward and then kind of imagine there's a string pulling it up. And as we create that length through the spinal column, bring hands over heart. Now, a lot of times our body gets disconnected from our behaviors of sitting around for long periods of time. And if that's your exhibit right now. That's what you feel. I'd like you to try to activate the muscles of the neck by pulling the back of the head to the sky and then pulling it off at a 45-degree angle, skyward that is, of course. Nice and long for neck and spine. This is one of these poses where people think I'm torturing them by talking longer because now they can feel like, holy crap, there's muscles working here. It's all good. Now, if you can, take the right arm and push it to the sky. If you can, of course you can, right? Beautiful. Now, bring hands back over heart. Take the left side. Push that arm. Push it high. Push it real good. Bring that left palm back down. Take the right hand, push it up. Make the arm long. Make the effort to push higher. Bring it back down. Opposite side. And alternate left and right. You can give yourself a high five when you come down. Put some excitement in this. Woo, there we go. Most important here is to kind of roll through the whole arm. You're kind of pushing up that side as you raise that arm up into the air. And Kirsten sounds like she's getting bored. This is a great exercise for those people that have quadratus support issues.
Like me.
Yeah. All right, let's bring hands over heart and then take the base of the spine. That's that tailbone. Begin to tuck it under. Roll down, and I have to move so I don't bash my head into the wall. One vertebrae at a time and completely lying down state. Nice. Now, let's take both feet up and into the air. We're kind of like an L, where the upper body is the bottom part of the L, and the legs are the vertical, pushing to the sky are the heels. Make your chest proud. Keep that nice activation as you take the right leg, the straight right leg, and lower it towards the earth. It's nice and slow. First one done loses. When you feel the heel just touch the earth, come back up. The count is really, really slow. As you make the movement, as that leg descends, I'd like you to hollow out the belly, like keep that active hollowing as the leg makes the movement down and when it makes the movement up. Let's do this a couple more times on each side. Finding a lot of length. This is a good stretch for your hip flexors, the iliopsoas, the two muscles. As we create length with the weight of the leg, it's kind of like a PNF stretch of sorts. All right, and let's everyone meet with both legs up and take your fingertips and reach up towards your toe. Let's peel your shoulder blades off the earth and try to reach up and touch the toes. If you can get there, that's great. If you can't, that activation is all we're really looking for. Now, lie it back down and come up and touch, or try to, and then lie back down. And let's continue to do this slow, methodical, purposeful movement. On your next up, hold up. Try to reach a little higher, and a little higher, and a little higher, and then relax. Pull your knees up and into your chest, bring your forehead up to meet your knees, and rock and roll front to back, up and into a seating position. We're going to cross legs, whatever you prefer. I like to do a half lotus. You can do just a simple leg cross. It doesn't have to be mine. We're going to walk out the hands and begin to feel a different kind of stretch. Now, in many cases, we don't have the luxury of mobility in the knees. They might be higher, and that's fine. You can simply walk through a higher knee and just come forward. This is really a low back stretch, if you will, and it helps to kind of hopefully provide a little bit of relief in that region of the body. And then let's walk the hands back in. This is demonstrating what it's like with the knees up. It's still possible to do this stretch. Switch up, make it the opposite side. When you switch, just take your time, walking it down. And then take a few breaths. And then let's walk back in. Snap, crackle, pop. It's like Rice Krispies exercise. Now extend the legs out, separate them to the width of the mat. Walk forward the hands and let the upper body find its stretch. And let the lower body also find its stretch. And then walk back in. Sweep your legs around, coming up and onto the knees. In our bear position, we are going to bring the hands under shoulders and separate the fingers widely. So we have a big base on our palm and our fingers wide, our toes tuck under. We're going to float the knees up and then let them gently come down. We're going to take the center of the spine and pull it to the sky and let that head just kind of drape as your tailbone is actively working to be tucked under by those strong six-pack muscles of yours. Take a big inhale, fill the lungs, and then as you exhale, push your chest through your arms, flip the tailbone and pull the back of the head skyward. Hollow out the belly, pull it. That belly button up and into the spine, proud your chest. Take a big breath in and neutral everything. Relax everything, kind of shake it out a little bit left to right. Now, re-engaging. We're going to take the toes tucked under and float the knees and then pull the hips up to down dog. We're going to drive the heels into the earth and step right foot and left foot forward. With the fingertips upon the earth, inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, unfold, arms sweep to the sky. Hello, everybody. As you pull skyward, everything, fill your lungs. And as you exhale, bring hands back over hearts. Take the right knee, step it up and into the air, and step that right foot forward. Now, if you're at the front of your mat, you probably stepped off. Reposition. We're in a lunge type position. We have a separation, a width of, but also front to back. As we bring straightness to the front leg, fold forward. If we fold, we want strength and stability through the spinal column. So try to grow the spine and the neck and continue your descent down as far as your body will allow. And then come back up to standing slowly. And I mean standing, and we're going to split squat stand. Take the left knee, lower it down, and the right knee is going to bend because it's going to have to for you to get the left knee closer to the earth. Straighten both legs. Keep the spine long. Keep that straight right leg as you fold with long spine and long neck over the right leg. See if you can get a little deeper into the stretch. Come back up to stand. Both knees bend as the left knee comes down to the earth. This time as we rise up, we're going to step the left foot forward and bring that left knee up and into the air, and then step it back. Straighten both legs, fold forward. We just added on a little bit of extra work. That's all we did. Come back up. Descend. Stand, knee up. Extend the legs straight. Sweep it through, fold halfway forward. Like a warrior type position. Lower the left foot back down. Straighten that front leg. Fold over it. We're almost done. Back up, and this time, step the back foot forward. Everybody says, hands push to the sky. Lengthen as you inhale. Exhale, fold. Step back to plank. Hover low and hover high and let it go. Just keep doing repetitions. Everyone meet, high plank. Hips pull up and back to down dog. As you inhale, extend your spine, float back to plank. Hips pull up and back, down dog. Drive your heels to the earth. Push up to the toes. And no, I haven't forgot about the other side. Push toes, drive heels. Float back to plank. Step left foot, right foot forward. Inhale, extend. Exhale, step the right foot back. Inhale, keep the spine long. Hands over heart, rise up. Nice, not all the way up. We have a slight forward lean, remember? As you inhale, fold over the front leg. Keep that left leg relatively straight. Come back up. One more time, we descend slowly. Actually, we're going to do it a few more times. Yes. Before we start adding on more to the fun, we got to practice a little bit of fun before we practice a lot of fun. It's a building thing. Enjoy my silence. Work your body slowly. As we rise up this time, both knees bend. Whoops. Rise back up. Straighten both legs as you fold forward. As you rise up. Knees. Legs straighten. Body folds. Is the heat building? Hopefully the answer is yes. Knees, legs, fold. Beautiful. Come back up. Knees, fold. And come back up. And I forgot the last movement we did.
Step your knee.
Oh, right. Step your knee up. Extend the legs straight. I remember now, my senior moment is done. Sweep,
You're
fold.
welcome.
You're welcome, says Kirsten. Come back up to standing. Woo! Everyone's going, you're not welcome, Kirsten. We could have got by without that. Hands push to the sky. As you inhale, fill the lungs, extend. As you exhale, fold, have a seat. Oh my goodness. Time flies when you're having fun.
No. Stretch.
All right. We've pretty much finished most of the work for the day. We're going to stretch it all out. We're going to use our hands to guide the upper body down. I'm going to just grab my mic. So hopefully it's more audible for you. Extend the legs all the way straight. I love the stretches, Kirsten. Hopefully Anne and Mark and Sue and Val all love it just as much. Fingertips reach one direction. Toes, the pointing toes, pull the lower body the opposite direction. Just take a couple breaths. If you can imagine incremental length with each inhale, without succumbing or returning back to that shorter position you were before. So as you breathe, you get longer and you hold the length. And you breathe and get longer, and hold length. On the next breath, step your feet in, pull your arms beside the body, up the fingers, bring your fingertips down onto the earth. Many times during class, I'll say, let's get that lower back touching the mat, and that's just pelvic rotation. So I like you to kind of tuck your tailbone under it, almost like it's pulling towards the sky, so you can feel your lumbar or lower back connected to the earth, to your mat. Make your chest nice and proud. Now take your right leg, reach it over the left, sweep it up over there.
Cross it.
Or just cross it. Kirsten gets cross when I don't use the right words. Bad joke. Take the right leg now and resist with the left, but use the strength of the leg, of the right leg, of course, to pull the left, rotate it down towards the right side of your body. You have a hinge really at the foot. The ball and the heel of that foot, well, the big toe, and the heel is the hinge point.
1 minute.
Now, use resistance from the right leg and try to use the left leg to rotate back up. It may not seem like you can offer a lot of resistance, but the little that you are is very beneficial for the stretch. Let's reposition the right foot, cross the left over right. Begin the pull, but you're resisting. So the right leg is giving resistance to the left. Slowly rotate. It's not about getting down. It's about creating the opportunity for lengthening of a muscle. We're going to reverse. Right leg is going to raise, but left leg is going to resist now. This is a stretch you can do anytime during the day. It's really beneficial to those lateral or side body muscles. Let's uncross the legs, pull the knees up and into the chest, and then pull your forehead up to meet your knees. And we're just going to spend a couple breaths here, and we're going to just rock a little bit forward and back, and then calm that. And then make sure your upper body, back of head returns back down to your mat. Pull your knees into your chest. Your hands are on your kneecaps, not on your shins. And then you're going to open the knees and then rotate them just like a clock. Usually your legs are the arms of the clock, and you're basically moving both out, down, back in, and up. So it's just kind of going around the clock per se. And then reverse. Nice muscle stretch for all of those small, intricate muscles in and around the hips. Let's bring the legs together, rock and roll front to back, and come all the way up to a seated position. We are now face to face. You can see the tormentor. It is so glad that you spent time with us this morning. I thank you for your hard effort today, and thank you for joining us. Namaste.
Namaste. High five.
High five.
Okay, we get to bid farewell to Sue and Anne.
Yes, we have people going on trips.
Thanks, Sean. That was great.
Thank you. You're all excited to go on your little
Thank you.
adventure?
Yep.
No kidding.
Yeah.